What's up everybody? So I figured I'd take you guys through a ball handling workout that I coach these guys through. You'll notice that a lot of these drills really give these guys freedom and really let them be creative and react rather than putting them in a box. Because every hooper is different, so we want them to find their style. So if you're a trainer, a coach, or you have a training partner, some of these can be some really good tools for you. So I always start off with a stationary ball handling warm-up just to get their feel for the ball going. This is also a really good way to isolate qualities, like helping them get into certain positions without them having to focus on moving up and down the court. Plus, after the warm-up, it kind of bridges that gap between the warm-up and the workout. So for this one, we're just working on manipulating and cuffing that ball. So they don't do it perfectly at first, but I'm teaching them to have that ball stick or come to a complete stop at the end of that kind of range of motion of the ball. So we're going 15 side to side, then 15 front to back. Really try to come to a complete stop right there. Now I'm just throwing this at him, having a little bit of fun, but we're going 3 different types of cuffs. Again, working on manipulating and controlling that ball. So we're going in and out, around the leg, and then around the entire body. Obviously you're not going to be doing this in a game most likely, but it's a good way to get their confidence going. Good way to kind of exaggerate this so they're getting a really good feel for the ball. And just so we're clear on this, you're supposed to lose the ball at times, and that goes for pretty much all these drills.
Really try to get that angle right here. Chest up. I don't want you guys leaning forward and then rock up. One down, chest up. Knees up, shifting that weight side to side.
Now that they're kind of warm, this is a little bit of a mobility-based drill, but we're also teaching them to kind of internally rotate that opposite leg and shift all their weight onto one leg, which is a huge position that you have to conquer if you want to be shifty with the ball.
Chest up, butt back, touching that opposite. Really trying to get that ball wide right here.
Now we're applying a dribble to it and getting really wide with it.
Get the hang of it. Pick up the speed a little bit. Boom. Pick up how wide you get.
So here we want to make sure that we're dropping with our butt and getting our hips low rather than just leaning over. So I like to cue the chest up, not all the way obviously, but just enough to be in that good position. Then we're going between the legs. And then probably the hardest one, which is behind the back. Also pay attention to what I'm saying here because this is a really big key for me.
Tired after that drill? Take 15 seconds, take a deep breath, and then go harder than reps, rather than just pushing yourself through and half-assing everything. Alright? Let's get to it now. We're going behind the back.
So for this next one, what I'm really trying to teach him is going from high to low and slow to fast. So in between each one, we're raising up, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So after that behind the back, we're raising up, slowing down, and then we're dropping with that in and out and getting that hard behind the back. Now we're going forward and backwards a little bit more with that kind of snatch between the legs. At first, the guys were doing a little bit laterally, so I had to make sure that they're going forward, leaning that chest kind of over the knee to sell that drive forward, and then pulling back. So it's a constant push forward, pull back, push forward, pull back. And again, really focus on going from high to low, slow to fast, changing levels and speeds. Now speaking of speeds, we're going 100% speed for this one. So we're trying to take long steps, not too long that it hinders the speed, but really get out with that, get between the legs as fast as possible, keep those feet moving. And if you or your players aren't running all over the place trying to recover that lost ball, you're probably not going fast enough or pushing that speed hard enough. Again, you should be losing the ball. We're just going twice to half court and back. But if they lose it, they got to start where they lost it from. So it could take a little bit longer than expected. Now we're adding in that reactive component, so they're pretty much just following my pace. If I'm moving backward, they're moving forwards. And if I'm coming at them, then they're backing up as well. Then when I say get out, they're gone. Now I'm letting them freestyle, really focusing on ball speed and keeping their feet moving, and then when I point a direction, they're exploding that way. Simple but really effective reactionary freestyle drill. Alright, so be creative with it, try new things, and really push out with that dribble at the end. This right here is a drill I got from someone else. I can't really remember who it is, but if you taught me it, then I really appreciate you because I've been using it a lot. So they're pretty much going to wherever I put that cone out. I'm playing around with it, faking them out, whatever, and teaching them to be creative. So try new moves, learn how to get certain directions with certain moves. I'm using my shoe because I don't know where the rest of my cones went, but I normally like to have 5 or 6 cones for this one. And I always end my ball handling workouts with something that really gives them freedom. Because in a game, you're going to be reacting to these visual cues, but you're also not going to have me telling you what to do. So we're teaching you how to kind of turn your conscious mind off and just let your handles flow. And that's the best way for me to transfer that into a game. Other than one-on-one, which we'll do depending on how they're feeling after the session. So you know we had to get a little bit on camera. Thanks for tuning in. Follow me on Instagram at By Any Means Basketball for a ton more. Got a lot more of this coming for you guys.